This is pre-calculus, so we're gonna work on the transformation of sine cosine function. Previous video, we studied basic graph of sine cosine function. Now we're gonna discuss transformation of sine cosine. First one is we talking about amplitude. Amplitude meaning is sine cosine in front of A, that's the vertical stretching and shrink in the algebra class, that's the A value represent what? Amplitude meaning is absolute value of A. This is always positive, guys. Then maximum minus minimum divided by 2. That's the amplitude. Another way you're going to see this one, that's I sketched the y equals sine x graph. That's the y equals sine x graph. Amplitude meaning is what is maximum is 1. Minimum is right there. Find the distance. That's gonna be 2, half of distance. So this is 2 divided by 2, that's the basic function of sine. Amplitude 1. Now, how about y equals 3 sine x? A value is 3. So amplitude gonna be 3. Maximum minus minimum divided by 2 is 3. I'm gonna sketch it. You're gonna stretching by 3. So this is 0 and 0. 1 is 1 here. Y equals sine x. Stretch by 3. Right here, stretch. 0 is 0. Here is negative 1. Stretch by 3. That's the negative 3. Stretch. Then this one is right here. So that's the amplitude. Can you see the maximum is 3, minimum is negative 3, subtract gonna be 6, divide by 2, that's the 3, that's the amplitude 2. Okay? How about this one? Let's just practice this one. So can you notice this is cosine graph? I sketched right here, y equal cosine x. So A value is negative 1 and 2. Amplitude is have to positive. So you're going to find the amplitude. Amplitude is absolute value of A. That's the 1 and a half. Don't forget it, guys. This always positive. How can sketch it? Negative meaning is the refraction over x-axis. Then you're going to shrink it. So refraction of x-axis. That meaning is, guys, just sketch it here. Refraction right here. That's the red one. Refraction over x-axis. That's I sketch the red one. That's y equal negative cosine x. But you shrink it. How much you shrink it? You're going to have right here. Negative 1 and half, half. 1 and half. So this one is right here. 0, pi is maximum is 1 half, 1 and half. Here is a 0. Here is back to the negative 1 and half. Blue one is y equal negative 1 and half cosine x. So amplitude to what? Always positive. Next one is we want to talk about period. Period is one cycle, right? I'm sketched the sine graph right here, guys. This is y equals sine x. So period, as you know, I'm sorry, guys, y equals sine x. Sine x period gonna be 2 pi. So how gonna find the period of any sine cosine function? Look at this value, b value. That's gonna be defined the period. So period gonna be 2 pi. That's the period of sine cosine divided by b. That's you're gonna decide. For example, y equals sine x over 2. I rewrite it. Sine is 1 and a half x. You see, notice is b is 1 and a half. Right? So how can find the period of this function? This one is period of sine is 2 pi, right? 2 pi divided by 1 and a half. This meaning is 2 pi times 2 over 1. That's gonna be 4 pi. You're gonna stretching vertically. So, oh, all the way here, guys. I say here is a 4 pi. Let's do the 4 pi. So, stretching. Here is a 0. 4 pi. I'm going to sketch the bottom, guys. I'm going to sketch the 4 pi, period 4 pi. Here is idea, guys. Here is a 4 pi. Divide by 4. That's going to, quarter period is pi. So, here is a pi. Here is 2 pi is a half. Another half is pi. Here is a 3 pi. So let's just sketch it. Sine start with 0. Here is a maximum 1. 2 pi middle point is 0. 3 pi is quarter. Third quarter period gonna be minimum. 4 pi is 0. That's how to sketch it, guys. This one is y equals sine 1.5 x graph. So maximum is 1, minimum is -1. So look at this one. B value, define the period of sine cosine function. Next one is I want to do translation horizontally. So horizontal translation depends on the variable c. But when you see here, guys, here is very carefully, here is negative, here is negative. So phase shift, horizontal shift c divided by b. So for example, cosine 2x plus pi over 2, guys, notice b is 2. That's this side period. C value gonna be, very careful, here is a positive. C value is negative pi over 2. Opposite sign, okay? So when you see B is 2, that's this side period. The period gonna be, how can define? 2 pi over B. That's gonna be 2 pi over 2, that's the pi. So I already sketched the graph of y equal cosine 2x graph. Now we have phase shift. C value is negative pi over 2. So we want to find it. Phase shift, horizontal shift, C over B. What is the C value? Negative pi over 2 over B. B is 2. So this one is negative pi over 4. So negative meaning is go to left, go to right, guys. Negative meaning is you have go to the left, okay? So moving this left, everything. So pi over 4 is moving. 0 is pi over 4. So this one is right here. Here is this point right there. This point is right here. 0 is gonna be here. Then this point gonna be here. So how can sketch it? That's the sketch it. This graph is y equal cosine 2x plus pi over 2. Shift to the left because phase shift is negative. Keep in mind here is negative, so you have to make sure C value is opposite sign inside of here. Next one is, guys, last part of this transformation is vertical translation. Vertical meaning is move up and down, right? Here is a form of sine, cosine, general form, guys. Shift this side, this D value, D value. D value is a positive, move up. D value is negative, move down. So I already sketched it. Y equals 3 cosine 2x graph. Here is, you see the D value is 2, then vertical shift to move up 2. Let's move up everything 2. So here is middle point is 0. Here is y equals 0, move up 2. So I'm going to move up 1, 2. So that's the middle point. So 3 move up 2. 1, 2. That's going to be 5. So this one going to here, that's move up. 0 going to, 0 up, move up. Move up here, guys, move up. Here is negative 3, move up 2. -2, -1 right here. 0 is move up 2, 3 is move up 5. So you're going to see this graph. Okay? This vertical translation is very important information you're going to give it to you. So previous one, 3 cosine 2x, y equals 3 cosine 2x, maximum is 3, minimum is -3. Now after shifting, you have y equals 3 cosine 2x plus 2, maximum gonna be 3 plus 2 is 5. Minimum gonna be -3 plus 2. That's gonna be -1. That's move up, guys. Making sure how can find the maximum minimum. Here is a summary of all the transformation. Here is A is amplitude, B giving the period, C is phase shift, D is vertical shifting. So amplitude right here, guys, positive. Period gonna be 2 pi over B, guys, make sure phase shift C over B. Here is negative, very careful with the sign of C. Vertical shift is D, guys, make sure understand that, guys. Domain is all your number. Range gonna be minimum is negative A value plus phase shift. Maximum is amplitude plus vertical shift, okay? This is practice question to summarize what you learn about the transformation. So this is, I give this form sine graph, then they give a period, amplitude, phase shift, vertical shift. Let's go amplitude. Amplitude giving the absolute value. That's gonna be 4. So I say A value is positive, A is 4. Period gonna be 2 pi over B. So they say pi over 3. Pi over 3, let's solve it. This is cross multiply, b pi over 6 pi. So divide by pi both sides. B gonna be 6. You find the B value. Let's go phase shift. Gonna be pi over 2. That's gonna be C over B. So you say here B is 6. Pi over 2. That's C over 6. Cross multiply. 6 pi equal to C. C equals 3 pi. Last one is vertical shift. D equals 3. Everyone, you find it, right? A value, B value, C value, D value. So what is the answer? Y equal A is 4 sine, B is 6x minus C value 3 pi plus 3.